entitled Shipwreck. It's seen better days, but it still looks okay. I'll give you a tour in a second. I just want to mark this September 1st, end of summer, with a look at how sculpture in an artist's career changes, sometimes disappears, sometimes moves around. It's been a big year for that. Here I am back on Granville Island, standing in front of the support for my portrait of Falls Creek. Do you remember this? You can see my name here. This was the first carving I did in Vancouver in 1999, right after coming here. It was an amazing experience. There were 800 people, 850 people helped carve this giant 50-foot tall carving. It's supposed to be a portrait of Falls Creek, which we're in. This is the Falls Creek neighborhood. Well, as expected, they took it down and chopped it up into little pieces pretty unceremoniously and put the carving in a works yard that's controlled by the Parks Board. Unbeknownst to me, when I did this so many years ago, there was an 8-year-old boy who came and helped carve this with his parents, lived in this area, and now he's all grown up and a successful business person, and he has taken possession of the bits of the carving to take to his private island somewhere up province and rebuild into something as a memorial to the project, which is incredible. I expected never to hear about this again, and this guy contacted me, asked my permission. Of course I gave it, and then has been very, very complimentary ever since. So that's an interesting piece of news, an interesting development from this slightly tragic situation. Not tragic at all. It had a good long life. I have to admit, it was a fantastic project, fantastic long life, fantastic location. Yes, I'm sad to see it go. But at least now it's got some secondary life, which I will update when I know more about. I've been invited up there. I don't know if I want to go, but we'll see. Another piece of interesting news, sort of related, is the Ontario Science Centre. For those of you who have paid any attention to scandals in Ontario, the Ontario Science Centre is definitely a big scandal. Its ceiling started caving in this year. They had to close it suddenly. They have to move location. I think it's been confirmed that they're moving down to the former home of Ontario Place. And Ontario Place has been a big controversy because it's a big island right in the harbor of Toronto, and they want to turn it into a spa. There's a big movement to make it into a day spa, or maybe an overnight spa, I don't know. Anyway, an elaborate spa. Which it's way too big for. I guess part of the island could be devoted to spa. But now it turns out that the other part of the island will be the new home of the Science Centre. So, many moons ago, I did a carving there. And they phoned me up a few weeks ago and asked my permission to move the carving to Ontario Place, which is fantastic. I thought they didn't even know they had it. You know, it's buried in some trees, much like this. And I thought it was all but forgotten. But Motherboard, in theory, will live again somewhere on the island of Ontario Place. And there is talk about me going down there and reviving it, making it whole again, and possibly even improving it. I hope, if there's a budget, it would be awesome to finish the project the way it was originally intended, which is a complicated story for another day. I'm here at the BC Housing Complex on Kingsway, east of Imperial, way out in Burnaby. Haven't been here in more than 10 years. But it's nice to see my sculpture that I did here with the residents, 16, 17 years ago, something like that. And it's in okay shape. I mean, it could use some TLC for sure. But these things sometimes they get taken down. It's great to see that it's still intact. This was at the BC Housing facility here on Kingsway. The residents here helped me carve this carving and came up with the design and helped decorate and helped install, and we had a big party afterwards. It was a fun project. I loved it. Very rewarding. There was a blind person who was carving. There were all kinds of people with many challenges who joined the carving, and I think got something out of it. And it's great to see that it's still standing here. I don't know how much longer this carving has at this location, but it's had a great long run, 23 years, so terrific. Yeah, let's take a look at how it's holding up. It's 60 feet long, titled Shipwreck because the original design was an actual boat called Hiking and Heeling. Heeling is when you lean a boat way over and stand on the gunnel. But you can see there's a person here who was supposed to be holding the rope of the mast, and instead they're kind of drowning in this sea of waves. It's because the designer of this park, Harbour Green, which is a gorgeous park, was creating it in 2001 and really didn't like the idea of this carving being placed here. In fact, when it was installed, the figure he knocked over and rolled down into the mud. So yeah, not my favorite person. Was the head of the Parks Board at the time, designed this park, died of alcoholism, so there, I get the last laugh. I'm alive and you're dead. Ha ha ha. Things happen. Sometimes they're great, sometimes not so great. But you can see it's still kind of lyrical. Ooh, it's a noisy neighborhood. Don't get an apartment in Cole Harbour. It'll drive you crazy. Oh, let's take a look at the rod. This end of the carving, I think people have chipped at it and sat on it, and it's slowly rotting out. But from a distance, it's a very pretty setting, and it's kind of a quiet sculpture for its size. Not in your face, kind of out of the way. People can walk by without even noticing it's here. Until next time.